Oriaster the starfish swiveled through the gold sand. The sun sprinkled rays through the Caribbean clouds, dropping golden fingers onto the floor of the sea. His olfactory nerves cooked up a storm. Just because he couldn't smell the chemical combination of a predator didn't mean they weren't lurking somewhere in the murk of the lower water layers. At the edge of the warmer current, Oriaster paused. He allowed his body to adjust to the newer temp, shivering slightly as his tips dipped into the colder sand. A new scent reached him as he neared the place beneath the old bony structure. Just as promised, Petrokyrus was there to meet him, his shell blending with the clumps of dead coral. Oriaster swiveled his tips in greeting. "Salutations, old friend." The crab crumbled toward him, clicking out an answer with his claws. "Ah, it's been too long." "Indeed." Oriaster seated himself, allowing the sand to settle around his body. 20 years of their odd friendship, and never once had they missed a chance to meet here, under the bony coral, where they first stumbled upon each other. They chatted and chuckled and fell into silence, enjoying the simple peace in each other's company. As they watched a swaying Thalassia seagrass slip past, Oriaster sighed. Petrokyrus clicked closer. "What's wrong, old friend?" Oriaster shook his orange tips. "I've lived my life as a starfish. It's how I was made. But sometimes—" he looked again at the graceful seagrass. "Sometimes I wish I was more than a stubby orange shape, blobbing around, shifting through the sand. Alas, but it cannot be, for I will never be as vibrant or dance as beautifully as the seagrass." "I see." Petrokyrus reached back to itch his side. The scraping was muffled by the ocean depths. "Indeed, it is a sorrowful thing." Thalassia the seagrass must have heard their mumbles, for she swayed and wisped a meter closer. "Oh, but it is a curse to be me, dear starfish," she wavered, "for I am but a speck in time. A season's worth of currents decay me. Surely to be a cloud is better, with the strength to change the colors of the day, and the span of tranquility and mighty storms as a road to travel." Oriaster and Petrokyrus listened, realizing sorrowfully that young Thalassia was right. Oriaster shifted in the sand. "If thus is true, then a cloud is far better." But the great barrier in the skies closed out the sun, and a host of raindrops spilled from the heavens. Oriaster and Petrokyrus looked up as the thunder rolled. "But oh, lovely seagrass, 'tis a curse greater than decaying to spend one's life as a cloud." Stratus and his brother Cumulus dipped over the waters, their soggy faces turning the waves gray. "For if only we were given a choice in this weary trek! But the clouds are contained to the skies, an eternity of carrying cargo from one place to another, crying to heal the world's wounds." Petrokyrus shifted his heavy pincers. "O mighty clouds, it must be wearying to live thus. If you were not made clouds, you may have been given another task less wearying." "Indeed." Stratus and Cumulus flashed lightning in response. It glittered across all the faces of the raindrops. "Oh, if only we were made into rain, to sparkle like diamonds, to fall away free. Oh, for the thrill of that drop." Oriaster sighed quietly. "Then perhaps a raindrop is the greatest life of all." Singing voices pelted against the surface of the sea. The raindrops fed the salty waves, their voices echoing against the silence. "Wise beings, your words are too kind," one called. Trop the raindrop plummeted from above. "For every freedom comes at a price, and free though we seem, we're bound by cruel fate to pay with all that we are, a sacrifice for the good of others." Trop dropped closer. Her young voice began to age. "Freedom without strength is tears. We drop, we fall, we fade away. If only we were bound by a winged fate, like birds, to soar beyond the waters, to live, to breathe. That would be another kind of paradise." And Trop's voice melted into ripples above them. Petrokyrus lifted a claw to salute her. Oriaster's eyes squinted at the last place she'd been, before she became a part of everywhere. Stratus and Cumulus sighed through the thunder. Ah, perhaps she is right. Then wings are security, Oriaster mused, and to live is to be a bird. A shadow ran across the ocean floor. Feathers skimmed the tops of the waters, the cry of a majestic beak mourning the loss of the little raindrop. Alas, sea beings, it is not so! Oriaster shivered as the albatross wheeled round and came again. He was not overly fond of birds, but the water's depth stood between them. Beside him, Petrocyrus clicked an answer to the bird. Great monarch of the skies, please speak. Since you have eyes above the waters, we beg you to tell us what you've seen. What beauty makes it worth while to live? What form is truly free? If only I could tell you, if only I could know. Soot the albatross swooped. The world is vast, with too many questions and not enough answers to go between. But I'll tell you what I've seen. He passed again, brushing Stratus and Cumulus with his smoky wings. The world is wide and the distance great, and I am but a spot of dust on its surface, a passing moment in time, an inconvenience to be swatted. But oh, to be vast like the majesty of the ocean, rolling in the deep, the tides that turn the world, and mastery over all the channels and shoals. To be great and cover the earth, ah, that is to truly be happy. And Soot swept away, calling out over the waves, following the oceans into the horizon. And so, now we know, Oriaster whispered. Oh, to be the ocean. But the Caribbean around them shifted. The waters wafted and swirled, catching Thalasia's leaves and making her dance like a puppet on a string. The raindrops pattered over her face, as somewhere in the heart of the deep, a sigh of agony escaped the sandy lips, and Salinity the sea roused from her sleep. It is not so. Salinity drifted the currents, mixing the waters within her arms. Her words slurred into a whisper. To be vast is to be seen, never to be hidden, never once protected. I am the sea, and everyone watches. Petrocyrus drew figures in the sand. But surely, O great Salinity, to be seen is the price of your freedom. What freedom, pray tell? Salinity shuddered through her tides. For I am chained by the coral, pierced and tortured by the land. The sandy beds are my cage, the heavens are my captors, and the eyes of the world can see through me. Nothing is safe. Nothing is mine. Oriaster swiffled softly. Forgive us, mighty ocean. We did not know. You've been here since the start of time. Maybe it is you who can give us the answer. Swelling against the sand, Salinity roused herself to change the course of the drifting billows. I am the sea, chained to the floor, lost to the world. I'm cut by everything that touches me, and though I heal, they wound again. If only I were sharper, strong enough to withstand the stabs of life. She rolled a small stone closer to them, the pebble slicing through her fingers. To be a stone, to be hard, to not be seen. Ah, Stratus and Cumulus sighed. Then happiness is for the rocks, for those who build the walls of time. Oriaster and Petrocyrus turned to the stone. Petrocyrus tapped it. Little unbreakable rock, surely you and your brothers have framed the world. Oh, tell us what it is to live. But the little stone stood alone in the sand. Great or small, he creaked, rough or smooth, let no one wish to be a rock. Oriaster and Petrocyrus shook with surprise. But mighty little thing, please tell us, if you are not the perfect being, what is? Andesite the stone had a voice like flat places. We rocks watch. We rocks are forever. But surely we are not blessed. We are made to carry time on our shoulders, condemned to the ugliness of stationary statues, flavorless as the sand. Petrarchus turned to Oriaster, his legs scrabbling. Dear friend, perhaps there is no perfect answer. Perhaps no being is truly happy or beautiful or free. How very wise you are, dear crab. Oriaster felt his spirits sink deeper than the ocean floor. But andesite the stone wasn't finished. Nay, it is not so. I've watched life wear away at my faces for many years, and I've seen many things, and over 100 years I might have determined how to truly be happy and beautiful and free. Oriaster and Petrarchus shuffled closer, listening, yearning, waiting for the answer. Oh, but to have legs to walk, and colors to flaunt across the seas and skies, to have eyes to wonder. Andesite sighed through his firm surface. Oh, to be a starfish, that, my friends, would be paradise.